Hello, good morning children. How are you all? I hope all are healthy and good. Okay, so today in this session we are going to start a new chapter, means next chapter, that is lesson 7, A Strange Lingo. Okay, this is a poem, and before we are going to start this chapter, I hope all have finished the lesson 6 word meaning question answers in the copy. Okay, that's good. Okay, so today we are going to start this poem, A Strange Lingo. Now I am going to show you the book. See children, this is our chapter, lesson 7, A Strange Lingo. Now here it is written, time to start. Let me read this. You have been studying the English language for many years, yet there are many questions that you may still have about the language, don't you? See, why do we have to keep writing these keys when they don't make any sound anyway? Look at here, some words are written in the corner. You can see there. Need, knife, night, knock. Okay, so what is written there here? Have you ever felt like this, students? Share any one such problem that you may have had with the pronunciation of an English word. Why did you have the problem and who helped you learn the correct pronunciation? Well, you are not the only one with such problems. Anyone who learns and speaks English or any other language faces problems with pronunciation. Okay? So, let me tell you children, this poem is written by, look at here, Lord Cromer. Okay? So, the poet name is Lord Cromer, British administrator and diplomat whose 24 years rule in Egypt as British agent and consul general profoundly influenced Egypt's development as a modern state. On his return to England from Egypt in 1907, he spent his time writing and in the House of Lords after retirement. So this was the information about the writer. So children, here. So children, as you know that this is the poem A Strange Lingo. R means this is R, strange means unusual, which is unusual to us, and lingo is the language. So this is it tells about that English is such a funny language. Okay, and the poem has 22 lines that are not democratic into stanzas. The poet talks about the exceptions of the English language where words that are spelled similarly are pronounced very differently. So children, the theme of the poem is a funny twist and exception in the English language. Okay, and this poem brings out a lot of differently pronunciation parallel spellings in English. The poet analyzes the reason for this and concludes that in the English language sounds and letters don't agree. So here are different spellings are there and different pronunciation is different. Okay, and this poem is a simple fun poem for children. So let's start the poem. Okay, so A Strange Lingo, this is the poem. Lingo means, I told you, language. Which language we are talking about? That is English. We are learning English here, so we are talking about the language English. So now let's move to the first stanza. Now children, I am going to show you the first stanza. I hope you all have opened the book, okay? So here, this is the first stanza here. Look at there, I am going to read, children. When the English tongue we speak, why is break not rhyme with freak? Will you tell me why it's true? We say so, but likewise few. So students, in this first stanza, the poet is trying to say that when we are speaking English, we speak. Why is break not rhyme with freak? Break and freak, as you can see. So here children, break and freak are the rhyming words. Only the first letter, you can see the first letter is different. Here it is written B, here it is written F. Only the first letter is different and the pronunciation is also different. Okay, this is break and this is freak. Okay, this is called break and this is called freak. Freak means unusual. Okay, so here the poet is trying to say that why don't we pronounce the word break and freak in a similar rhyme way? He is asking that why the pronunciation is different, why it is not pronounced with the similar rhyme way. Will you tell me? Will you tell me why it's true? Okay, will you tell me why it's true? Now poet wants to know that why this is true. And in the next line you can see, we say, it is written S-E-W. What is the pronunciation of this word? So. It is not sew, okay? Some people are saying that sew, but it is not sew. It is, the correct pronunciation is so. So we say so, but likewise few. Okay, now here few and so both are having the same spelling. Only the first letter is different. Okay. Both are having the same spelling but they are pronounced differently. So here the poet is confused. When we speak English language, most of the words having the same spelling but pronounced differently. Okay? Most of the words having the same spelling but pronounced differently. Some of the words are highlighted, children. Here you can see speak, freak, they are rhyming the same. True and few, they are also rhyming the same. Okay, clear in this para? So here poet is confused that why they spell spelling is only the first letter is different and why it is not in the same rhyme. The poet is asking. Okay, now we are going to move to the next para. Now see children, and the maker of the verse cannot rhyme his horse with verse. Beard is not the same as herd. Cord is different from word. Okay, now this is the second stanza, but before moving to the second stanza, one more time I am going to tell you about the first stanza. In the first stanza, the poet is trying to say that when we speak English language, we speak why is break not rhyme with freak. Break is not rhyme with freak. Okay, break and freak are the rhyming words. Only the first letter of these words are different and the pronunciation is different. This is called break and this is called freak. Okay, and freak means, children, I told you, unusual. So here the poet is trying to say that why don't we pronounce the word break and freak in a similar way? It is asking to the maker that who has created these words, and it is asking poet is asking to the maker that why it is not rhymed in a similar way. Will you tell me it is true? Why it's true? Will you tell me why it's true? Now poet wants to know that why this is true. And in the next line, I told you, we say so, but likewise few. Here it is not sew, it is so. Okay? The pronunciation of this word is so. So many people are saying sew, but it is not correct. It is so. Now few and so both are having the same spelling, only the first letter is different. So here the poet is confused that when we speak English language, most of the words having the same spelling but pronounced differently. So that was the first para, children. So children, first para explanation is over, and the second para we will third para, whatever rest of the paras I will explain in the next class. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day.